Hello everyone, welcome to Bumsy Line Fashion World. Today we'll be looking at making of this simple blouse. So here is the material I'll use. I'll use this crepe material. It's just one trouser. It's a bit stretchy. My measuring tape, scissors, chalk. This pattern curve I might not use it. So here I'm going to fold this fabric using my measurements. The length of this blouse will be 25 inches long. Then I will also add 2 inches allowance to it. That 2 inches allowance will be for folding the hem and also for joining the front and the back shoulder together. So after that, on that line, I'm going to fold this into two. So I've folded this into two. Actually, this fabric is not straight, so I have to cut it into two folds. So it's in two places. The front is in two fold and the back also is in two fold. So the folded part is on top of each other. So this place that I'm applying chalk, that is the excess I have there. This is the excess. So this excess I'll use it for the belt. So here I'm going to take my shoulder measurement divided by 2, which is 8 inches. Then the remaining measurement I have here, whatsoever I have left here, I'll be using it for the sleeve length. So what I have here gets to the elbow length of the person I'm making this for. So I'm just going to mark it there. Then I will use 1 inch to fold the sleeve hem together. So I'll fold into 0.5 twice. Then the neckline, I'll be using 4 by 4 for the neckline. So here on this shoulder part, I'll come down by 1 inch for the shoulder slope. So I connected this to the shoulder measurement divided by 2. You can as well connect it to the width of your neckline. So from it there, on that folded part, I'll take the measurement of the neck depth, which is 4 inches for the front depth, and the width I'll be using 4 inches as well for the width. Actually, I was supposed to reduce this the neck width measurement, so that it will not be too wide, because this fabric is a bit stretchy. Then the back neck depth will be 1.5 inch. So I'll connect it to the width of the front, because the front and back width measurements are the same thing. So the depth are where the difference is. So next thing is to get the round measurement of the sleeve. Where the sleeve will get to, I'll measure it, then I'll apply the measurement there, which gives me 8 inches. So on that 8 inches, I'll come in by 2 inches. You can do 1, you can do, so I come in by 2 inches and make slight curve there, just slight curve to give it that sleeve shape. Then I'll take the measurement from my shoulder to bust point, which is 12 inches. So I will do 12.5 inch, because I will use 0.5 to join the shoulder of the front and back together. Then the shoulder to the waist is 18 inches. I'll mark 18.5 inches. And the shoulder to the blouse length is 25 inches plus 2 inches sewing allowance we have there. So I'll take the measurement of the waist divided by 4, and I add excess allowance, which is 3 inches. So I'll just sew in 1 inch and I'll be left with 2 inches ease allowance. because it's a very free blouse. So you just use belt to style it. So I'm marking these lines to be visible. Then that is the blouse length. So that blouse length, I'm just going to connect it to the edge there. Actually, I was supposed to mark it to the edge of the fabric, but the inner part of this is short, so that was where it got to. So I had to stop there, and since I have enough there's no problem. Then I'll come up by 1.5 to 2 inches to give the blouse the shape. So I'll just connect it to the midpoint of the blouse. So we are done with this, sorry. Then on the sleeve part, so that's my bust point, the waist and the hem. On the sleeve part, I'm going to come in by 1 inch. Then I will shape it to meet the top part of the sleeve, that shoulder slope part. I'll just slant it to get to that part, not straight, it will be slanted, so that when you put it on, the lower part of your sleeve is no longer than the upper part of the arm. So this will eliminate whatsoever short gown shift dress. You can also apply this method. So I'm going to cut the front neckline. Note, I've cut the back before, so I've cut the front. So I'll unpin this. Then if you want to add button, in case the fabric you are using is not stretched, you can just open the back, let's say from the top of the neckline to like 5 inches length. But because this fabric is a bit stretched, I will not open it because it will enter the head easily. So this is what I have, the front and the back. I'll just cut a strip of this fabric to pipe the neckline, so it will serve as my bias. I will do it for the front, and I'll also do it for the back. So I'll cut the strip on bias fold because the neck part is not straight, it's curvy. So this is what I have left from the one trouser of the crepe fabric. I'm going to make this, I'll cut this to make belt. So I have the width of 6 inches here. I've folded this into two. It will give me 3 inches. Since this is not long enough to go around the waist, I'll split it into two. After that, I will join it together using 0.5 inches. So that 0.5 inch, I will do French seam there, so that the rough edges will not show at all. After that, I'll sew it together. I'll fold and sew. So after sewing, I'll turn it out. So this is long enough to go around the waist, and also since it's a bit stretchy. So I've joined the belt, and I've also used the strip I cut out as bias. I've also used it to pipe the neckline of this dress. So I've not ironed this, so it's a bit, it looks somehow, the neckline looks somehow, but once it is pressed, so that was why I said since this fabric is stretchy, I shouldn't have used 4 inches as the neck width. I should have used something like 3 inches because it's a bit stretchy. So I would turn the right side of both front and back together. I will join the right side facing the shoulder, then join this shoulder together. I'll use French seam to sew all what I'll be sewing here, so that it will conceal the rough edges. So after joining the shoulder, I'll fold the sleeve round using 0.5 inch, then I'll further fold with 0.5 inch again. So when I'm done with that, with the folding of the sleeve hem, then I'll use 1 inch to sew down. So following the shape that I have here, I'll use 1 inch to sew it down to the hem of the blouse. Then when I'm done sewing with 1 inch on both sides, I'll turn the hem of this blouse with 0.5 inch twice. So I'll fold it with 0.5 inch and further fold it by 0.5 inch. So this is what I have after sewing that. It's a very simple tutorial. So this blouse, you can style it whichever way you like. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Please do well to subscribe.